Blue skies smiling at me. Nothing but blue skies. It seems hitmen love me. That would be on point. That would be the 3:33 a.m. reanimation. I mean, I don't know what you want to call it. You would have to ask the crazy Catholic girl. It's just what it is. I didn't witness it, so I didn't see any of that. All I saw was, this motherfucker is not real. that's all I saw. Just what it is. Oh, we're going to have some fun. That's what it is. So I hear there's like a whole cult. A cult of personality. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. Now, what is it? What does a Legion of War Angels look like? That's got to be interesting. That's something you don't see every day. That's certainly something you don't see every day. You don't just wake up. You don't just wake up one day and go, you know what? I think I had a legion of legion of war angels at a cult's doorstep. It's just what it is. I don't know anything about that. I wouldn't know anything about that. I'll leave a little burnt offering over here. Do that thing. Do that thing. Yeah, we need some flame. Let's get some flame on there. Oh, it's flaming now. There we go. There we go. It's just what it is. So I hear ancestors are putting belt to that ass. Do they come from this direction or is it that way? I don't know. I'm not really concerned with any of that. I mean, and yes, stop, no, and don't. That's 3 complete sentences. Said real fast. Stop, no, don't. That's 3 complete sentences. It doesn't take long. It doesn't take long to stop, no, and don't. But they just don't listen. They don't listen. I had something sent to me in the algorithm about the something about fucking deprivation of rights under the color of law against a judge, and I always thought, what happens when it's a spiritual judge? It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. I'm not worried about any of that. We're going to let the divine handle it. If it is true that war angels are beating down doors, chances are it's because Hurricane Aaron is picking up speed before landfall in that area. It's just what it is. She's picking up some speed in that area. God us all that is, angels, archangels, ascended masters, the divine white light. I should be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom at this time for myself, as well as those I do readings for. Namaste. Now, if you look in the comments of the last video, I was listening to, 144 from the stars or something like that. He was talking about activating very powerful DNA. And you got to think, I use the Mind Valley technique of going within, taking the steps down to the brain stem, opening up the drawer, pulling out the DNA. And then I do a DNA activation. It's simple enough. I'll build a 12D shield around that DNA strand, throw the Star of David. It's the same thing. Same thing as building a 12D shield technique. I just do it in the brainstem. And then I just give it to God. I just throw it where I threw the choker ray symbol. It's what it is. It's up to the Most High. I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned with how with how God destroys your matrix. I'm just not concerned. We're not worried about that at the bottom of the day. People's love, people's light, people's health, people's wealth, people's abundance is just a little bit of everywhere. Now, when I was listening to 144 talk about, he said the same shit as Chicago, fairy and fae blood, whatever that. It's universal life force energy. It's whatever the fuck I intend it to be. So if you've got a mother named Faye, the Faye, we called her the Faye Trap for a long time. It's just what it is. It was like the Faye Trap around here. Anyway. So, kudos to the elders. I mean, we're placed in karmic family situations as generational curse breakers for various different reasons. Me, probably alcoholism. It's just what it is, and I don't really have that problem. But you know, having Kundalini energy that is obviously causing obsessions in people. Sweet. And needing it to heal, is that like, do they have a cough? Is that what it is? Are they trying to drink old Pisces healing energy to cure that tickle in their throat? Is that what it is? Can't do anything about that. Keep in mind, on my last channel, I've captured fucking the ground morphing outside, all kinds of weird shit. That's what it is. And then you get Steve Noble, fairies for star seeds coming in the algorithm. All kinds of fun stuff. You keep in mind, Terrence McKenna was an INFJ. He did talks about lizard land and all kinds of shit. And I fucking, now you have a lizard island with the Epstein crew and probably most of Disney. And it's just what it is. I don't know if, anytime I hear magic having to do with that young, succulent virgin energy. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. I'm not concerned with that. The entire story of the unicorn was, only virgins with a pure heart could tame the unicorn, and it would spearhead anything that got in her way. And I just decided to pull the Loki card and turn all the INFJ women into God from Dogma. It's Atlantis Morset. It's some Lemurian Atlantis past life energy, I'm sure. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. But hearing that hitmen have fell in love, that's got to be scary. That's some Mr. and Mrs. Smith type shit, isn't it? Do. And I mean, to think that the boogeyman in your cards, that Scorpio death energy, the Halloween Scorpio death energy, you get a lot of that Michael Myers energy in there. I always think about that because Dad was born on Halloween and was a two-tour Vietnam ranch hand highway hitman for Big Brother. Uncle Scam. He was a hitman for Uncle Scam for quite some time. That's just what it is. Body count in the hundreds of thousands. You're talking about Pisces ancestors doing everything they can to balance the scales to get into heaven. So what it is, I can't do anything about that. Cards in the upright. Cool, we'll flip them around. Predominant question on everyone's mind is love that always wins. I hear the hitmen are falling in love. Is that true? That's some Mr. and Mrs. Smith shit. Anyway, I mean, with, Category 5 Hurricane Aaron picking up speed in the U.S., it's just what it is. I mean, there's not much we can do about that. I'm sure that entire coastline is probably going nuts at about right now. That's what it is. It's blue sky. I mean, I just did a video, at 9:09? Thunder, lightning, and that shit is gone. I mean, it's gone. We cleared it right out. What's that about transmutant negative energy? It's just what it is. It's a spiritual test. It's an initiation into the spiritual realm. Top row is the 5D, moving down through time and space into the 3D. They want to see what I'll do with the energy. They keep sending it. I'll keep transmuting it. We'll keep nurturing that. It's just what it is. Focusing on our gifts. Focusing on our abilities, focusing on all of the things that people just didn't fucking focus on. They were too busy focusing on someone else instead of themselves and mastered nothing. That's okay. I can't do anything about that. Spirit is on the case. So I would assume, yes, a legion of war angels, whatever the fuck that means. The ancestors. But that's the thing is when I hear you saying all that stuff and then you talk about a 333 Earth Angel sent by the Most High. That was the only thing I remember about seeing the named angel numbers. That's what started it all. I've been on the numerical quest of making the math since 3:33 a.m. that day. Confirmation. What do we got? As I am by myself, dies at work, 11:53. So that would be mastering karma, mastering the change for mind, body, and soul, which breaks down to an 8. That would be karma. Moving forward, emotional balance is in the good. It's in the 5D good. Good. It's good. I like what you've got. Did anybody figure out what that's from? Am I the only one that's ever seen that cartoon? It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. I hear that the cult leaders are having a difficult time due to their graveyard magic. They thought they were doing the right thing, and here's my card. All they had to do was call and get proven wrong. So it is. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about that. Thank you for the beautiful 5-star reviews. I can do something about that. I can do something about that. And yes, I mean, doing these DNA activations and pulling. How did your ancestors survive the jungle and shit? That's what it is. I mean, when I see that a gentleman, a YouTuber at that, took a trip to an island where there was a tribe, and on his way out, he left an offering of a diet kook. Not that kind, but this kind. He left a offering of a diet kook, and leaving like a kook, he left that diet kook, and they arrested him, told him that the chemicals within that one can could have wiped out the entire tribe. And I thought, why would you possibly arrest the individual that was giving the offering and not the company making the poison? You're fucking backwards, no intuition. Simple enough. Simple enough. And that's that fucking what I just got through watching about the judge. They deprivation of rights under the color of law. They do that shit to protect themselves behind that shield, and then when they get held accountable, oh, they freak out. Oh God, what have I done? No. It's not what have you done. It's why would you do that? Why would you do that? Do we need a card at the end? No. Cool. Then we'll move on down through time and space. That's what is changing consciousness. Why would you do that? Right? They initiated into the wrong fucking thing. However, we initiated into the right thing. So we will continue nurturing in the upright. Everybody fight. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Ha! Everyone's kicks was fast as lightning. Hiya! So this happens every lifetime. So you can promote peace, love, light, all that shit, all you want to. But when people are running from storms and karma is coming after them, chances are they become a bunch of dumb, panicky animals. That's where the men in black come in. That's where they come in with their flashy thingy. It was all a dream. It was confirmation. there goes Zool in my refrigerator. Now, I hear this individual is being protected by entities in the unseen realm. And when I hear you say that, I do have to correct you, because if you activate your astral sight, shit's not so unseen anymore. It's just what it is. And I mean, I understand plenty of mistakes were made. I know how y'all talk about the black mirror aspect of all of our devices. And when you hear them talking about scrying, they always say, if you see an entity in your scry mirror, don't touch the mirror. And I'm just not that guy. I try to grab the fucking thing. It's just what I do. Anyway, and then you have these people that are going to be the next. That's what just popped in for my notifications. That will be your next batch of natural disasters. Yeah, fucking men. Those men that just popped in, they will be your next batch of natural disasters. I would say the entire dark web is about to be transmuted to the light. Simple enough. I can't do anything about that. I mean, it's between them and God, simply between them and God. And I mean, with God using storms to chase the enemy and then being dipped in the madness of the dark web, with everything done in the dark coming to the light, that would be a legion of war angels now chasing down these men, and the ancestors putting the belt to their ass. I agree. It's what it is. We have to have harmony and balance somehow or another. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for the harmony and balance. Supporting the spirit cards, what it is. However, on the emotional side of things, distancing the karmics. So it is. Karmics are upside down. They are running from category catastrophic Erin, who is picking up speed. She just wanted to run up and down the coastline, picking up some speed. And it's what it is. I mean, I know a lot of people and their addictions and things have led them to a young girl named Erin, just picking up speed, wiping them out. Simple enough. There is nowhere to hide. There is no exit in a situation like that. I mean, if you've got 32 foot of water in Italy and 900 earthquakes in China, chances are karma is just reigning supreme. Yeah. The Most High is certainly exercising that Most High power. We didn't expect this. Well, yeah, expect the unexpected. We told you that last year when you were picking up karma during the year of the dragon. This is the year of the snake, which is 2025 breaking down into a 9, and it was divine endings and conclusions. Sooner or later, that one of those storms is going to find the head of that snake, and then when the head is gone, the rest of the body just, it kind of flops for a little bit, but sooner or later it goes away. So we keep calling your power back. Simple enough. So we call our power back from these situations. Then we will have the allotted extra energy to spin the tables on this situation and be inflexible in our abilities to heal ourselves and others. It's basically the three fates. It's basically the three fates. A lot of people have came a long way, and many, many more have a long way to go. It's pretty much a huge journey. When Dolores Cannon said, "You guys want to get started now because when the pole shifts and the climate changes and all of those things start to happen, it would be Katrina in New Orleans across the United States, and it's just what it is." I mean, yeah, people are worried. No intuition, and they're worried. I can't do anything about that. Can't do anything. I mean, they shouldn't have focused so much on Aaron picking up speed all the time and focus on themselves, bringing balance to their situations. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. Can't do anything about that. I am interested in going to hear about how hitmen's have fallen in love with earth angels. That's interesting. That's interesting for the planet to hear. Hitmen are in love with earth angels. That's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about that. I mean, having a father who was fucking Butch the Boogeyman, that's what it is. I can't do anything about that. Thank you for that. Yeah, there comes the 7 magic. Imagine that. So we've got intuition in the upright, the change of consciousness over top of upright families. Hey, what was that? That's what it is. Let's check the numbers. We've got upright families in the 1201 sector. So, now I hear this earth angel is surrounded by beings that are just observing and waiting to see what the light being who is triggering karma at very, very high velocity. It's just what it is. A cosmic wrecking ball, so to speak. It's just what it is. You put that into God's hands. That's what it is. If you're going to be a cosmic wrecking ball on the planet, you want to put that energy into God's hands. Simple enough. People are fighting, and everybody was kung fu fighting. Gotta be compassionate. They know not what they do. It's just what it is. Love always wins. These people weren't masters. The masculines are flipped upside down and being supported by upside down women. So that's what it is. I can't do anything about couples being completely upside down that aren't masters of anything, including love that's in the upright. That's what it is. Spirit is saying over top of this harmony and balance, women who can teach you anything. Congratulations. That will be everything on this side is past energies. Everything to the right is future possibilities moving forward. So I see that for harmony and balance in the spiritual realm with love that always wins. Have some women who can teach you anything about that. That's what it is. Emotions are in the upright. The karmics are upside down. Everybody's getting karma. The lies are, it's what it is. It's going back on them. And when you tell me that, Bonnie and Clyde couples, trying to take out a spiritual master when love always wins, that's what it is. Those lies will be coming out, and higher consciousness over top of taking our power back will be leading to putting our heart into all that we do. Putting your heart into all that you do. Now, if they have no intuition, then that's basically the mark of the beast. And the fact that they're all worried because, touch not my anointed, do my prophets no harm. And then the whole group collaboration just thought they were going to win at touching the, anointed or harming the prophet. And they're failing miserably. They're failing miserably. Because you got a friend in me. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about entire groups now running from karma storms. It's just catastrophic Aaron picking up some speed on the coastline. It's what is. I mean, the first storm of the summer was mother-in-law Hurricane Barbara, ex-mother-in-law, adopted ex-mother-in-law. It's just what it is. And however that fucking inbred hillbilly shit works. Anyway, Anyway, I mean, that's God's way of saying, quit quit blowing all that hot air that you're just unaware of. So that's what it is. You're talking about people who have conspired for. I've been dealing with these people for 20 years. They get the INFJ door slam and they're never the same again. They make memes about that shit. It's just what it is. Simple enough. I can't do anything about that. I'm not responsible for earthquake Lake Isabella on Mother's Day. I'm not responsible for that. Certainly not responsible for her grandmother being the first hurricane of the season. I'm not responsible for that. That's between them and God. They can take the whole church, because I'm sure Barbara was blowing all the church. She was picking up speed and blowing all the churches up and down the coastline. I can't do anything about that. I'm not concerned with any of that. Not concerned with that. Certainly not concerned with the devil working through Pisces toxic X on Father's Day. That was said. And I know how everybody loves that he said, she said bullshit. It's just what it is. So, I mean, taking the stepdaughter, and it's what it is, moving them back onto Mother's Day. They can stay on Mother's Day with their mother where they belong. Hurricane Barbara, I don't care what church she blows on the coastline. It's just what it is. It's a hurricane. Hurricanes blow churches. Blow them right down. It's just what it is. And then the devil working through Pisces toxic X. That's not Pisces. That's a gift for all the daddies for Father's Day. That's just what it is. You give those to the daddies for Father's Day. It's just what it is. I mean, a lot of hidden secrets and shit come to the surface. That's what it is. God's revealing those truths to us one natural disaster at a time. Hey, currently, right now, we have Aaron picking up speed down on the coastline. So that's what it is. The girl version. Girls always pick up the best speed. It's just what it is. Yeah, I think they're a little more aerodynamic. Anyway. So you got families in the upright over top of health. Look at that. Health is wealth. Oh, isn't that great to be healthy? That's what it is. We want to be compassionate, and that's what it is. I mean, there was no gratitude. I know how they were trying to affect the healers' finances, and now their finances will be affected. They were trying to block, stop, impede, molest the divine paths. They were blocking, stopping, or molesting the divine, and now the divine will be blocking, stopping, and molesting them. Generally, with a little girl's name Erin, who are picking up speed on the coastline. Can't do anything about that. Men and women upside down who weren't masters of anything when love always wins, being supported by manifestation. It was manifested. It's all according to the divine plan. So, if you have spirit in the upright with harmony and balance over top of women who can teach you anything, thank you, Madam Takata and Dolores Cannon, because that's always going to be the two I go to. Those are the two women who can teach you anything from the grave. It's just what it is. Yeah, from the grave. They're flowers. It's what it is. Nothing those two women do and they will never do anything that will grow again. They're on the other side. So that's when you have love that always wins, with spirit in the upright, being supported by harmony and balance, and a master of the trade, a female master of the trade. Women who can do anything. Yeah, Pisces, that reading is something, Pisces. It's just what it is. However, when love always wins, Madam Takata, Grand Master of Reiki, first female Grand Master of Reiki. Reiki, universal life force energy. Love's intent to help or heal. So love, spirit, spiritual love, its intent to help or heal, bring harmony and balance, Madam Takata. Love, not a QHHT practitioner on the world doesn't tell you that when you're doing a QHHT session, this overwhelming feeling of love fills the room, and then you go through the death experience and there's love and it just fills the room. Dolores Cannon. Upside down flower, lack of faith. I can't really have faith that anything Madam Takata or Dolores Cannon do again will grow, because they can't grow anything. They can't do anything. They're on the other side. They can't do anything else. It's just what it is. Anything that they do from here is someone else. That's someone else pretending to be Madam Takata or Dolores Cannon, because they're just not with us anymore. So you've got emotions in the upright, distancing the karmics. All their lies are coming to the surface, and the Earth Angels in the upright. I hear they tried to block, stop, impede on a divine union. That is a fucking union with the divine light. Quit letting these people make you look outside of yourself to be whole. That's nonsense. That shit is absolute nonsense. So that's what it is. Love in the upright, harmony, harmony and balance. We're getting there. Higher consciousness, calling our power back, putting our heart into our work, and yes, utter failure. Total system dominance. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about that. I mean, that's the final outcome. Is basically health is in the upright from the past, but you get no gratitude from that. 5-star reviews. Kudos for doing the work. That's what it is. Manifestations are in the upright. Nothing these women do will ever grow again because they're already masters from the grave. They ascended as masters. So, Earth Angels in the upright. There's a total failure that came from that. The Earth Angel being in the upright caused the group collaboration that was against the divine to fail. That's what it is. However, you got a friend in me being supported by their ego deaths. Win-win. It's a win-win situation. All that corrupt group of parasites now being chased by catastrophic Aaron picking up speed on the coastline. It's just what it is. Final outcome in the 5D, those with no intuition, their energy exchange will be upside down. It's just what it is. What they wanted for another is what they wanted for themselves. If they woke up every morning wanting to see an Earth Angel's demise, chances are God's going to drag them straight to hell. Simple enough. I can't do anything about that. We're not worried about that. Well, no, I guess they would be worried about that. Those with no intuition, they're worried about that. However, wealth is in the upright. Look at that. Thank you for that, Spirit. Their failure is our success. And you have to fail many times to succeed. That's true. That's true. But when it's an entire group, when it's an entire group's worth of failure, because you have to have failure to succeed. So the more times you fail, you succeed. So like when you take out a whole group, like that many failures, each one of those failures is success in the end. So prayers have been answered. Look at that. You got a friend in me. Our prayers have been answered. And the ego deaths have led to, yes, Spirit, removing the negative energy. The trash is taking itself out. The earth is going through a purge. The cosmic chaos is right on time, right on the divine timing. It's just what it is. And I mean, that would be my thing with all of that energy in the cards about, Pisces and their lone wolf energy and their, spiritual double shield of protection or whatever. It's a Pleiadian Master's Light Merkaba. That's what I call it. That's what it is. Double shield of protection. You have double protection on your mission. Well, if you're not supposed to touch the anointed or do the prophet any harm. Looks like both of those. That's protection. That's double protection. It's just what it is. Can't do much about that. So, and I mean, it's what it is. I mean, shutting everything down and then leaving the phone lines open for those who have ascended, because you have an ascended master all in the cards, a glowing ascended earth angel. It's just what it is, a phoenix that has rose from the ashes. And I mean, when you're looking at that from a higher perspective, it's like, oh, look at all the pretty fires and shit going on Earth that shouldn't be. Look at all those magic backfires. It's just what it is. Everything's magic. So anything that backfires, magic backfires. Simple enough. Simple enough. Anyway, I'm going to go back and listen to more of ancestors putting the belt to that ass, entire cults being drugged down to the bottoms of the abyss. What else? Oh, people all in their addiction. People all in their addictions trying to play God in people's lives with Hurricane Aaron picking up speed all down the East Coast line. Simple enough. Simple enough. Anyway, that's what it is. Namaste.